Hello, WiLLo Davis. How's it going? Guys, did you know Bigfoot's among us? Did you know that? It's true. I haven't seen him. No, I have not. But I know someone who has. Today we're going to take a look at Peter Caine, dog training. I don't need to see him train any dogs, but there's much more to him. Actually, my friend Chris showed me this guy. You may know him as Lynx ASMR here on YouTube. But he's a dog trainer, Peter Caine. 147,000 subscribers. But he's a lot more than that. He's something that I can't quite describe. We're gonna have to take a look together. Let's see his most popular video here. Bigfoot Head, frozen since 1953, only proof in existence of Sasquatch.
You could tell the immense size of the creature by comparing it to my head. My father shot the Bigfoot in 1953. They had to cut it up to get it out of the swamp. I have all the body parts. When my father...
So, his father shot Bigfoot. I don't know, did he just see him and shoot him? This was in 1953.
Passed away, that was given to me. It's been very expensive for my father, my family, to keep the Bigfoot, frozen for that many years. It was always in a commercial freezer. It's always wrapped up, with several layers.
Well, don't ruin it now. Got Bigfoot's head on a friggin' table outside from 1953.
To keep it, it looks in pretty good shape considering that it's been frozen for 65 years.
It does.
Now let me take the camera in so that you guys can look closer at the Bigfoot. It's, by the way, I've taken a lot of shit on my YouTube channel, people saying that I'm always making jokes. This is not real. This is real. Not everything in my life is a joke. This Bigfoot head, the Bigfoot, I've showed the Bigfoot's...
What do you guys think? You think this is legit?
Feet, its arms, its penis. I've shown a lot of the Bigfoot. That's real. Not everything's a joke. Yeah, I do joke around, but this is not a joke. This is real. Check it out. You can see it has a...
Oh, God.
A lot of ice on it. It has remained frozen. You can see it's...
Why does it look so
there. This is very heavy. It weighs
why does it look so legit?
120 pounds. So I can't move it by myself. I have to have somebody help me move it. There's a lot of debris still frozen in it.
My God. Like what is this? Like, how?
There's somebody here to help me move it.
If you made... Oh, God.
So that we can see the other side.
Like, did he make this? Is this like a hobby? I hope this isn't anything actually like organic. Any organic material. Yeah, that's Bigfoot, all right.
If you compare the Bigfoot's head to my head, you can see, one, it looks nothing like a human. And, well, it looks a little bit like a human, but the size difference, it's immense.
Well, you're behind it.
It's absolutely immense. The Bigfoot head alone weighs 120 pounds, give or take. And you figure it's been frozen for many years, so it's probably lost some weight. It's probably dried out in the freezer some. So it's well over 120 pounds, just the head alone. It does have ears under there.
How do you keep a straight face?
We don't really have rubber gloves on. You can see part of the ear there. You can see its eye.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Side is
no, thank you.
Very dehydrated and sunken in. The mouth is very strange. It's almost has like a death grin. Here you can see the other side of the face now. Like I said, it's about 120 pounds. I can't lift it by myself. My neighbor here helping me.
This poor neighbor.
Its eyeballs are really strange.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Close up of its eyeball.
Ah. Why?
Here's a close up of its eye. This Bigfoot has always been part of my family. And just so everybody knows, it will be in the museum, the Bigfoot Museum of North America. There's also going to be a theme park associated with the Bigfoot Museum.
Wow, field
it's going to be a
trip. Let's
Sasquatch
go.
and Bigfoot, theme park. That's what the rides are going to center around, is Bigfoot and Sasquatch. And we're looking at 2020 for opening of the museum, and the theme park will come later. But
Let's
this
go.
Sasquatch, this Bigfoot is not for sale. It's always been part of my family. It broke my parents up. My dad, I've told this story, brought the head in on a platter during Thanksgiving and ruined Thanksgiving and just kind of destroyed my parents' marriage. My mom was grossed out by it.
Keep a straight face.
She didn't want to look at it. She said it looked too human-like. She thought it was macabre. It's always been a part of my family, and I, to say I love it, well, I don't love it. I'll show the Bigfoot head again, and I'll show more of the Bigfoot, and I'll show the entire Bigfoot if people leave me alone. If you bother me, I'm not going to show it.
Okay, that was great, but that's not all. That's not all Peter Caine does. He also has a raven as a pet. And from what I can see here, he's not too fond of it.
Check it out, it's Sam the Raven. He's a douchebag. I think a lot of people don't understand.
He looks nice.
What I'm saying when I say like a raven doesn't make a good pet. And
This poor raven.
you have to understand, I do this for a living. I work with animals for a living. I don't have a kid running around here. Do you have a child? Maybe a raven wouldn't be such a good idea.
He does look very sassy.
Love is not enough for the raven, it's the truth. But think about this. I'll give you an example of how a raven can be a pain in the ass. They're a bird, so they have to take a bath. So you have to leave like a big tub of water. I have to leave like a big giant tub out for him, right?
Okay.
So when he gets in it, water gets spilled everywhere. It's a f***ing mess. It's a f***ing mess. He doesn't give a shit. He's a f***ing raven. I found it's better just to leave the tub out wherever. Like I have one whole room that has nothing in it, and at my house, and Sam can go up there and take a bath.
Oh my God.
It's a mess.
Sam
I'm telling
is very
you.
needy.
He gets in it and causes a huge mess.
At least he's clean.
The idea of having a pet raven sounds good to a lot of people. But a lot of ravens, they never end up leaving the cage because the raven bites. And they will. He'll bite. Are you kidding me?
Oh my, look at that
beak. The claws, too. The claws hurt. They hurt. That's a very large bird.
I can
it
imagine.
Hurts. Even a small bird like a cockatoo, something like that, you have it on your hand, it's going to claw you, and it's going to grab on real tough.
That is a very threatening
They can cause
beak.
you to bleed just with their claws. Their beak, too. You'll find out that it's a lot of animal and probably not appropriate for most people. You'd really have to be a bird person, and you should be a bird person that has a lot of experience with other species. If you want to try bird, I have my pet pigeon, Remy, my pigeon wife. She's awesome. Try something smaller like that. They're just as smart. This notion
pigeon
that
wife?
the smart animal is the cool animal to have. No, my dog Ike, he's a big dummy. He makes for a great pet. It isn't going to go well. The raven's going to bite the person, and then all of a sudden,
Oh my God.
the raven will be in a cage for the rest of its life. So
See, that I can agree with that.
get bit by a smaller bird. Get bit
A lot
by
of people get animals they can't properly care for, ends up getting neglected or abused. Right on, Peter Caine.
a pigeon. See if you can handle a pigeon. Can you handle a pigeon?
This video is just called Pet Raven Almost Kills Trainer on Video.
Say my raven likes sharp objects. He does. And my father was a collector. He collected handguns.
I would
and
be so terrified sitting next to that thing.
also collected knives. And when I was looking at the knife collection that my dad left me, they're mostly just small pocket knives. That's what he collected. But he had a few longer knives, and he
Oh
had
my
this
God, he's looking very
monstrosity
curious.
in the collection. And this is a Buck Mountain Man. There were 300 of them produced in 1981. Sam,
Look, wouldn't you be horrified with it just staring at you like this?
went right for it. He was trying to pick it up and fly away with it. If you have a raven, you have to raven-proof your house. It doesn't matter how much you want the bird to fly around. It's about making sure that the bird doesn't get hurt. So
what is this structure behind him? What is going on?
I wouldn't leave this out.
What is that knife, by the way?
For him, this must be locked up.
It's like a scimitar.
It's like if you have a family, if you have kids, and you have a handgun, you would not leave that handgun any place that the child could find it. The same is true with the Raven and like this. You know, he's going to play with this. I guarantee you, if this drops on your foot, it's going in your foot. This is seriously weighs like 2.5 pounds or something. Keep the knives away from the Raven. Seriously. And the matches. Don't underestimate your Raven. If you have a pet Raven, make sure that your medicine cabinet is locked up. They might, eat your Lipitor.
Sam loves it.
Oh my God. Peter, are you okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think he was done with Bigfoot? No. He's got female Bigfoot forced me to have
This is where it happened.
blank.
This is where it happened, back here in this dry creek bed. I was back here looking. I thought one of my dogs was back here. And I was like, how'd the dog get out of the yard? I saw a bunch of, movement. And then I got back and, well, maybe it's a deer. And then I was worried about my dogs because there's a lot of Bigfoot and Sasquatch in this area. I didn't have
a lot of Bigfoot and Sasquatch in this area. And he has to be worried about his dogs.
on with me. And so I got back here, and that's when I saw the female Sasquatch. She tore out of the
How do you see a Sasquatch and be like, oh, female Sasquatch right there?
bushes, knocked me down on the ground, and I thought she was gonna kill me. I'm like grabbing for a gun, and then I realized I didn't bring a gun with me. I didn't have a dog with me. I was back here by myself. I was terrified. I was so terrified. It was so scary. And I wouldn't be back here right now, except I feel the need to get over my fear and what happened. And what happened was, as soon as I was knocked down on the ground, she starts ripping my clothes off me. She did. She pulled my pants off me, and I'm like, oh great, what she's gonna kill me, they're gonna find my naked body here. It's worse. As soon as she got my pants off,
is he holding a gun
she
right
started
now?
Jerking the ween. And I'm like, whoa, that's not going to work.
the weed.
What are you doing? And then the next thing I know, keep in mind, this is a big Sasquatch, comparable to a big hairy Russian woman. I mean, she was big. She was 7.5, 8 feet tall and hairy. And so I'm down there on the ground. I'm completely naked. My clothes have been ripped off me. And she starts giving me a knobber. It was all just biological. I didn't have any choice. And the next thing you know, I blew my load. I blew my load in the Sasquatch. As soon as I did that, she got up and she ripped down. She let out this howl and then ripped down this tree. And I thought, my God, she's gonna take the tree and take it and smash me, right? No, it didn't end. And then she starts blowing me again. She starts blowing me again. And I'm like, could you give me 5 minutes? She didn't even give me 5 minutes. She started blowing me again. The next thing you know, I bust a nut again, and then she stands up and does one of these
Why?
isn't that good? I swear to God. Then she hightails it into the woods this way. Now, I didn't know what to do at this point. I'm like, what do I do? I've been raped by a Bigfoot? Do I call the police? What do I do? I still don't know what to do. I mean, she could be pregnant with my child.
Okay, come on. All right.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't go in the woods anymore unless I have a weapon with me.
Who's trusting this guy to train their dogs? Is the dog training affiliated with the YouTube stuff?
Listen, if it was a female human, yeah, let's do it. But this was like a creature. It was like a monster. There's a monster. There's poison ivy all over here. I'm gonna have poison ivy probably on my ween. Sucks. It sucks, man. That's the tree that she knocked down after the first time, after I busted my load into her. She's probably pregnant with my fucking hybrid baby. That's my guess. This is poison sumac, and this is all in the dried up creek bed. It's everywhere. I'm sure I'm gonna have poison sumac on my scroto, on the shaft. Don't eat poison sumac. So she was just eating poison sumac before she gave me the knobber.
Oh, God.
She'd have that shit on her fucking lips and shit. My ween's gonna be breaking out, and it ain't gonna be with the herb. You know what I'm saying? This sucks. I don't know what to do. I don't like being treated like a piece of meat like that.
Where is this?
Manhandled by some big hairy female.
Where in America is this?
That was one of the worst. That was the worst. Seriously, that was the worst. I can't even believe I blew my load. It was difficult, but I figured, you know, she was making an effort. I figured at some point I should too.
There's just so much here. Bigfoot masturbates, man terrified, police call. This dude has like has a squatch fetish. Bigfoot abducted me, forced me to do things. Like what? Bigfoot frozen since 1953 juvenile Sasquatch documentary. What can I even say?
My father shot the Bigfoot September 23rd,
What is this room? What is this, like, torture chamber room?
53, he shot more than one. And when they were cutting they started cutting the big ones up, this small one, this juvenile, appeared. And when the juvenile saw that the mother and father were dead, the juvenile took off and they shot this one in the back.
God!
Now they continued cutting up.
God, if this was real, it would just be absolutely horrible.
The male and female Bigfoot. You can't make judgments about my dad and Morty and the guy.
Morty?
You can't make judgments because look at that. If that creature was coming at you,
oh my
you
God,
would do the same thing. That is a very large animal.
Who made this?
Like I said, it's way over 300 pounds.
Maybe it's real.
Over 350 pounds. It takes 4 people just to move it. It's really stout. It's a large creature. See its feet?
Oh my God! How does this exist?
Yes, and
like,
the toes are
is this like paper mache?
Separated. And it has 5 toes.
Bruh.
It clearly is a male. You can see right there. This is the front of the Sasquatch.
Oh God!
And then
Come on!
The back side, you can see it has testicles right there.
Okay, great.
I am the only person to have ever eaten Bigfoot flesh.
Who's flying by there?
Here's a clip of me eating it.
Oh God, no! Oh!
I'm sort of feeling a little ill.
What are these pictures?
I gotta step back from this. This is
What are what is up? Like, is this his house?
what the? I can't be real close to it because it's putting off like this sort of like gassiness to it, like not unlike if you were mixing bleach with ammonia. Oh my God!
I hear a pigeon cooing. How is it?
So I ate it.
Like to prove that he ate it.
But it really did when it was cooking. It put off a very pungent odor, and it made me feel ill. And after I ate it, I got violently ill. I did.
Oh God.
That's me getting sick.
Yeah.
Hear me right, you? But with that said, 1,126, 1,127,
Aw, look at that thing. Oh,
1,128,
Careful.
1,129 side effects that I've had since I ate the Bigfoot flesh. And originally it made me violently ill. But after that, I feel great ever since. I do. You know how I've been walking with a cane for like the last year? I'm not limping and I can run. I'm working out like a fiend. 10,000. 10,001. 10,002. I am. 5,000 push-ups is nothing. Nothing. 5,000 sit-ups, it's nothing. I do it all the time now.
Must be
as
nice.
Far as like, well, I'm going to talk about it because I think that it's important. Before I ate the Sasquatch flesh, I was impotent, and I'd been impotent for 20 years. I had ED, erectile dysfunction. I had it so bad, Viagra wouldn't help.
Was this before or after the female Sasquatch?
Not only that, but I had a problem. This is difficult to talk about. You know, I'm a guy, but it was only about that big. Maybe that's even an exaggeration. Very small. I was not very well endowed. And now it's like I have to hide it. I have to like wrap it around my stomach almost. It looks like a roll of fat.
The birds are just flying around.
More like a vodka bottle. It's gigantic. And as far as like my ED, my erectile dysfunction, completely gone. I'm jerking it 15, 20 times a day. And doing street prostitutes in between. I get an expensive one like our president likes, but I just don't have the money for that. But it's the truth. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, if you're jerking it 15 or 20 times a day, you're going to rub it raw. Yeah, but not if you use Neosporin. And if you even do rub it raw, because you're jerking it with Neosporin, you won't get an infection. I recommend it highly. But I'm completely different. I'm stronger, faster, more stamina, more with the ladies. It's different. It is. And by the way, what am I drinking in this mug? A little bit of the Bigfoot blood mixed with water. God. And I've sort of grown like an immunity to it. It seems. It's not making me sick. I feel great. I feel like I'm unstoppable now. I have the power of Bigfoot now.
Well, anyway, there you have it. Peter Caine, dog training. What do you think? Is it legit? Is Squatch out there? Are you coming with me to the museum and what was it, amusement park next year? I don't know. Good stuff, man. Should we explore more? Let me know. He posts quite frequently, I must say. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at WiLLo Davis Rocks. I got a cameo. I got merch. Go check it out in the description. Anyway, I'll see you next time. WiLLo Davis, out.